Hi everyone, it's Diana again. I tonight wanted to come and talk to you a little bit about insomnia. I think most of us with fibromyalgia have some level of insomnia or trouble sleeping. One, just the pain in general. It's hard to relax and actually fall asleep. But I'm someone who pretty much has had insomnia, I think, my whole life. I'm a type A brain, and that's someone who, when there's things that need to be done, your brain just constantly thinks about them. And it's hard to put the stuff away in the back seat and just let it go until the next day. Before I got fibromyalgia, I considered myself a super mom. I was a single mom for a number of years, and I was the chauffeur, I was the cook, I was the maid, I did the laundry, I worked a full-time job, I did homework with my girls via cell phone while commuting about an hour and 15 minutes each way to work. I had a daughter involved in sports 5 nights a week. My other daughter, in fact, they both went to 2 different schools, so I was commuting back and forth to 2 different sides of town to drop them off. I did everything, and I did it alone. I didn't really have any help. And so I was someone who, because I had insomnia, I felt like I just didn't need much sleep. I only probably got anywhere from 3 to 5 hours a night. And if laundry needed to be done, I'd be up at 1 a.m., 2 a.m. getting the laundry done because someone had to do it. And so for me, I think that's part of why I got sick. I was so run down. I personally got virally very ill, and then I ended up with fibromyalgia as a result. But I think insomnia affects probably almost everyone with fibromyalgia, not just type A brains, where now it's just a matter of pain, and because of pain, you can't relax, and when you can't relax, you can't sleep. One of those big pains, of course, is muscle pain. And on a prior video, I told you guys about how much help I've got from magnesium. And not just magnesium, but a specific type of magnesium. And how, for me, it's taken almost all of my muscle pain away. Muscle pain used to be my worst pain. My muscles used to be like in constant tension and constant Charlie horse feeling. And they were so tight, almost in constant flares, that they really never relaxed. People thought I was super fit because I was super toned, but in reality, it wasn't tone. It was just constant, that tight tension. And so I very rarely got reprieve from that other than with medication. Muscle relaxers were something that didn't work for me. What happened is I'd take a muscle relaxer. It would work for about an hour, and as soon as it would wear off, the muscle tension would come back, and only it would be about 50 times worse than when it started. It always progressively got worse, and so I couldn't do muscle relaxers. So anyway, that goes back to the magnesium, how much it helped me with my muscle pain. It is literally near gone. My muscles are actually just loose and normal now. And if you haven't watched that prior video about magnesium, I think I called it a miracle muscle pain relief. Give that a look, see what kind it is, and hopefully that can help you too. But when it comes to sleep, magnesium is also helpful because magnesium is known as a natural muscle relaxer. And what that does is, because it's natural, you don't have any rebound effect or negative effect like I did from the prescription muscle relaxers. So I do take magnesium, as I said previously, every morning and every night, 2 pills, and sometimes midday, depending on my tension or pain. And for me, it's been a huge help. But magnesium is known as the original chill pill or a natural muscle relaxer. And so that at bedtime is actually fabulous because it does help you relax, be calm, and go to bed. But that's not my ideal thing for insomnia. Let me first tell you that I took Ambien for 7 years. Every night, without fail, I had to take Ambien or I couldn't sleep. In the beginning, I was able to take 1 Ambien. It would last 7 hours, which was great. 7 hours of good sleep. It was phenomenal. And over the years, probably about 2 years in, 1 Ambien wasn't cutting it anymore. And so I was only getting about maybe 5 hours of sleep, and I needed something to help me go back to sleep for a few more hours. And so I would take a half an Ambien. And at the time, the maximum prescription, adult prescription, was 2 pills per day max. And so that's what my doctor prescribed me. He figured I needed 2 a day. That way I could get good sleep. Because for me, getting sleep was key in how I would feel. If you don't get good sleep, you can't think. If you don't get good sleep, your body tissues don't restore, which ours in fibromyalgia don't restore well anyway. So we definitely need sleep so they can at least get some restoration and repair overnight. And so it gave me sleep. Even though it was forced sleep, I still did feel refreshed after taking Ambien. Well, fast forward to 7 years later, Ambien was only working for about 2 hours. So I would take it, I would fall asleep for basically a nap, 2 hours, and I'd wake up, I'd toss and turn for an hour or so, then I'd take another one and fall asleep for 2 more hours. And it got to the point where I was already on the max dose of Ambien. It wasn't doing what it used to, and I needed something else to help me sleep. And I started doing some research, and I had found online some different natural things to help with sleep, like melatonin, which I tried, and it didn't seem to really do anything. And then there was a root I found. I can't think of the name of it right now, but it was something that tasted horrible. In fact, it was a liquid drops, and it smelled like dirty feet, which sounds disgusting. So you can imagine tasting it wasn't good. But it was helping me with the Ambien get more sleep. And so finally, when I went to my functional medicine doctor, I told her about the Ambien, that I wanted off of it. I knew it wasn't good for me, and it wasn't really working anyway. And what could she give me? And she gave me a supplement that's all natural. It's a combination of different herbs. And I take 2 a night, and it is fantastic. Since I've been taking it, I've got the best sleep I've ever had. And I realized after the fact that taking this natural supplement instead of Ambien, I dream again. I didn't realize for 7 years, I did not remember my dreams at all. So Ambien was knocking me out to the point where if I was dreaming, I had no memory of it. So actually being able to remember my dreams made me realize Ambien was probably really bad for me. I mean, I wake up to go to the bathroom with it and stuff, and I remember that. I do. But the actual sleeping part, dreaming, I remember nothing. So it's been kind of fun to dream again. Sometimes they're good. Obviously, I don't like bad ones, but luckily I don't have too many of those. So the product I'm taking is called Luna, and I will put a link at the bottom of this video. If you have a problem with insomnia, I recommend it. It's natural. I've had no problems with it, no side effects whatsoever. I sleep great. I take it about 45 minutes before I went to go to bed, 2 pills. And if for some reason I wake up in the middle of the night and am restless, I'll take a 3rd one, which is fine. And it's just helped me tremendously. I'm getting the best sleep ever. I'm not waking up lethargic or tired or groggy. I wake up feeling fully refreshed, good night's sleep. And like I said, it's the best I've ever been. And I've been off Ambien completely now for about 4 months. And so I'm so happy to have another prescription behind me. I hope that encourages you, if you don't get good sleep, to try something natural. Again, magnesium is a great natural muscle relaxer. And again, it's certain types of magnesium. I'll also put that in the bottom link so you know what kind I get. I buy most of my prescriptions, or excuse me, not prescriptions, most of my supplements via Amazon. And the reason for that is Amazon runs, I'd say $4 to $10 cheaper per bottle, depending on what it is, than I was paying at my local health food store. I used to shop at Sprouts, Whole Foods, another place here in California called Clark's, for different supplements, whichever one was cheapest. And I found that shopping on Amazon saved me a ton. I do take a lot of supplements, and to buy that many on any given month can get quite expensive. So you can imagine saving $4, $5, $10 per bottle adds up a lot. So I highly encourage you trying Amazon if you haven't. And I have a Prime membership, which gives me free 2-day shipping on almost everything. And so it's been fantastic. I get it in 2 days. Most of the time, I don't even feel like going grocery shopping within the next 2 days or to the health food store. So for me, it's been just a great benefit. They show up on my doorstep, and I just stock up regularly. Supplements can be expensive, but honestly, it's cheaper than my medical care and my prescriptions. And they've brought me so far, and I'm doing so much better that I'm just grateful to have the knowledge now from my functional med doctor of the things I need and the things I don't need. So I'll be back to share more with you soon. I hope you're all doing well. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye.